You are listening to Larry Conners, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
This is Larry Conners USA. Larry Conners USA.
We Democrats made promises, particularly we did in the Senate. We said if we won those 2 seats in Georgia, we would get things done. Mitch McConnell blocked bills 4 times in a row. And Mr. Ossoff and Mr. Warnock told the citizens of Georgia if they were elected, they would make sure that the actual promises made would be promises kept, and they have been. So this is a wonderful day for America. This is one of the most consequential pieces of legislation we have passed in decades.
March 11, 2021, the words of Senator Chuck Schumer about this COVID relief package, $2 trillion. I know they will say $1.9 trillion, Larry. It's $2 trillion. Give me a break. And yeah, they're right. It's transformative. That's a fact. They claim it's bipartisan. That's not a fact. They're waving checks around. You're going to get your $1,400 check like that. That's going to make everything right, and everyone will be happy again. What you don't see in the bill, they don't want you to see. It's all shoved in there under institutes of art and language and things of that nature, and also big payoffs to blue cities and states. L.A., Los Angeles is getting $1.35 billion just for L.A., $1.35 billion from this COVID relief. For what? Mainly to bail them out of other issues. Has nothing to do with COVID relief. And there's another progressive campaign pledge that is pushing forward. You need to be aware of this. This is another campaign pledge. We've heard that they were going to do it. And if you listen to Congressman Roy of Texas, he puts it exactly in your face.
And now my Democratic colleagues, after defunding the police, opening up our borders, want to take away our God-given right, yes, God-given right to defend ourselves under the Second Amendment. This is about creating a gun registry to track guns of the American people.
And it's already on way. The House moving through it, Senate going to be taking it up. I mean, they are rushing forward. They do want to grab everything they can while they're in the candy shop, just in case, come 2022, things are reversed. Now, when you heard Chuck Schumer a moment ago, you heard him refer to the Georgia election, the Senate election, and said by winning that, we assured the American people we would follow through on our promises and deliver, and we have. As we pointed out numerous times, even Obama did it himself at one point. Elections have consequences. That's why you have this $2 trillion COVID relief package being shoved down your throat, put on your backs, your children's back, your grandchildren's back, and now they're coming for your guns. Second Amendment under attack. We're going to break all that down. The justice system itself is under attack by these leftists. Rogue prosecutors, elected with money from multi-billionaire George Soros. In St. Louis City, you guys know you've got a prosecutor by the name of Kim Gardner, put in there by rogue prosecutor money from George Soros, and he's doing it all over the nation, and has done and will continue. And the worst probably is L.A. prosecutor George Gascon. This guy is absolutely throwing convictions out, turning things, everything upside down. We're going to be joined a little bit later by Cully Stimson. He's a prosecutor, trial lawyer, now an expert with Heritage on crime control and related issues. He will focus on that L.A. prosecutor and who is undercutting law and order there and elsewhere across the nation. Speaking of law and order, the border surge. It's a tsunami, and they still won't admit it. They just continue to say it's not that big of a deal. You know, people are pent up. They want to come because of all the harsh dictates and so forth, the Trump administration. The dictates was, we have a closed border. You can't come across. Biden says, here's the welcome mat. Come on in. And H.R. 1, of course, the attempt again by the left to federalize all elections, dictate to states. You try to fight back against that. If you try to fight back against H.R. 1, which we've talked about repeatedly here. You are accused now of racism. You try to create state laws to protect your voter integrity. It's racism. You're going to hear from Don Lemon Fruitcake of CNN on that point. And in the midst of all of this, and I know he wishes it would just go away. Can you guys just keep talking about this other stuff? Everything, Larry, that you were discussing a moment ago, can you continue talking about that, but not me? That would be New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. More and more attacks on him, more calls from Dems, state assemblymen. You got to go, Cuomo. Got to go, Cuomo. We got a lot to cover over the next 2 hours. Lock and load. Ready on the right.
You can hear podcasts of this program at Larry Connors USA Facebook. Larry Connors USA Facebook.